Offbeat Cinema, brought to you by Mighty Taco. Enjoy the great taste anywhere at mightytaco.com. Terrapin Station, the world's Grateful Dead headquarters at terrapinstationbuffalo.com.
Welcome, all you children of the night. Welcome to the Hungry Ear Coffee House, a very mad pad located in a poetry basement somewhere in downtown Buffalo. My name is Zelda, and I'm alone tonight because my two beatnik buddies, Bird and Theo, are on the road on some kind of find yourself cross-country adventure. So it's just me, and I think I could get used to this. So don't stay away too long, boys. I like the sound of Zelda Show. The Zelda Show. I like it. Anyway, cats, there is a real gothic kind of mood in the coffee house tonight. The candles are burning, and I was just brushing up on a little Poe, so I'm in that vibe, you know? And we have one very cool but seldom seen vampire movie for you, and it's called Slaughter of the Vampires, another in the line of great Italian horror films. And as you know, they all seem to have a separate reality, all their own, when you compare them to American horror films, and I can dig that. So when this one came out in the US, it was called Curse of the Blood Ghouls, but I like the title we are using tonight much better. Our movie tonight tells the tale of these Austrian newlyweds who move to a mysterious mansion with a dark past. And during a lavish party at their new home, the bride is bitten by a vampire. And then many of the people begin to fall under the deadly spell of the vampire. So enjoy this very atmospheric film from 1962, Slaughter of the Vampires. And be sure to stay with us, cats, because we have a lot of very cool guests. If you dig the music of Offbeat Cinema, and I know you do because I get your mail, we have the creator of that hip vibe on tonight, Mr. David Kane, to tell us what he has been up to, and he has been up to so much music. And we also have in person an interesting guest, someone that puts more terror into the hearts of humans than any vampire. It's very scary. So stick with it, cats. And now, dig this. Slaughter of the Vampires.
No, they're not here. It's just as well for them they're not. Poor things. The deaths of those girls must be avenged tonight. We'll kill those monsters.
Well, we've got to try and find them. They mustn't escape. Come on, let's go.
Where are they? We've got to find them.
Anything yet?
I saw him with my own eyes. He was running away with a woman. Then he disappeared.
If all goes well for us this time, they won't be able to get away from us tonight.
If I find them, I'll stab him with this pitchfork. Mark my words. I'll make him pay for killing my sister.
It's the only way to destroy these monsters forever. See anything? No.
No, we better try to make a break for it. Otherwise, they're sure to catch us. Anything yet? Bring a torch over here. Really,
Look, there they are. They're getting away.
You murdered my child!
You'll never kill anyone again.
Faster! Make it faster! I must reach the grounds of the castle before daybreak.
I risk wrecking this whole carriage and destroying these horses.
I will give you gold to get a completely new carriage and a new team of horses. You must try harder. My life may be at stake.
I'll try, but at your expense. Oh! Oh!
We made it in time. Daybreak is not far away. Move now. Give me a hand here.
All right, all right.
It's true what I've heard, that all madmen are not locked in the madhouse. Now, Beauty, come on. It's home now. Ho! Ho!
I'm so delighted you were able to come.
We couldn't miss this, dear.
It was a perfectly marvelous idea of yours to spend some time in this wonderful castle.
How romantic it all is, Louise. You're so fortunate.
Wolfgang.
Romantic? Ah, yes, but only I know what it took to make it become what it is tonight.
You should have seen what state it was reduced to. The house was covered with cobwebs and dust. I'll admit my first impression was discouraging, but then I heard a voice calling me. A strange sensation. The voice was saying, "Stay here."
The voice you heard was mine, dear. This place pleased me at once. And I'm so glad you liked it.
I think it's beautiful.
Louise and I
Thank
are
you.
honored that you were
It's
here tonight.
Marvelous. Oh,
Thank you.
These are for you, Louise.
thank you, Racy.
I hope you like them.
Thank you. And thank you, Corinne. You've met my governess, haven't you? And this pretty little girl is the gardener's daughter. You may stay if you want to.
Thank you.
Excuse me, I must attend to a few things.
My governess, Corinne, is also a very good friend of mine.
And now Louise must play for us.
I'd love to.
Come now, let's go and hear my wife play. Herman, here, please.
You wanted me, sir?
I want a bottle of the best claret from the wine cellar. You were really marvelous, dear.
Bravo, Louise.
A composition worthy of a great master.
What gave you your inspiration?
It was this house, the atmosphere of the park. Excuse me, Wolfgang. I'm feeling a bit dizzy. My brain's swimming.
Since it's our party, surely we ought to open the ball together.
They will understand, my dear, later. But you
Please excuse
must dance, please.
Why don't you come and sit down, Louise? I won't be gone long. He's a strange type. Do you happen to know him, Marchesa?
No, Wolfgang. Perhaps he's a friend of Count Hellman.
May I have the honor?
Well, I'm not.
They make a splendid couple, don't they, Wolfgang?
What were you saying, Marchesa?
Aren't you jealous, Wolfgang?
Of course not.
I think he's fascinating.
Personally, I'd say he's sinister.
Very much so.
Well, what's your opinion?
I do wish he'd chosen me instead of Louise.
You're chattering away like silly schoolchildren, but who is he?
I'm feeling faint.
What's wrong?
Oh, it's nothing. You must all go on with the party. I've had a bit too much excitement. I'll go to my bedroom for a moment. Please dance and enjoy yourselves. Wolfgang will remain with
I'll
you.
come with you. Excuse me.
Calling all beatniks.
Looking for offbeat cinema swag? We've got it.
T-shirts, 20-ounce classic coffee mugs, hats, more hats, stickers, and more.
Man, like this is commercialism.
Cats, do we have Offbeat Cinema swag? Well, as a matter of fact, we do.
Get with the in-crowd. Order your Offbeat Cinema merchandise today. Just go to offbeatcinema.tv for details.
Hey cats, welcome back. Hope you're digging the movie. You know, we get many times, we get requests and questions and inquiries about who is the man behind the music of Offbeat Cinema that you've been listening to for so many years. And I'm happy to say that he's finally come out to join us from all the music he does make when he's not at the Hungry Ear Coffee House. I'm bringing to you David Kane. He is our maestro, the man, the myth, the legend. So what brings you to Offbeat Cinema, and talk to me about
shameless self-promotion, of course.
No shame about it. Now I'm holding 2 vinyls, so tell me about vinyls.
Yeah, you are. These are some of the more current Night Slaves releases, one of the projects that I'm currently involved with, and this one here is Night Slaves 3. This one here is Night Slaves 3.5. This one here is our very, very newest release on FlexiDisc. Notice how it flexes? You may have, some of you may remember FlexiDiscs from the 60s, 70s, 80s. They would be on the back of cereal boxes, come in magazines, and they're still out there. They're still available. So we put 2 songs on this one, our newest release.
So on here, there's 2 songs?
There's 2 songs on there.
Oh, hit me to this.
And you play it on your turntable.
I remember FlexiDiscs now.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that you're... And so these never went out, or is this just a new back in style again?
I think they just went into hiding for a while, and yeah, we tracked that down, and we hadn't put out a FlexiDisc to this point, so figured let's do one of those.
And what do you play this on, the FlexiDisc?
On a 33.
So most of the cats that watch the show know that, so forgive my ignorance, but I'm going to school here.
Yeah.
So you can just play this on a regular turntable?
Yes, you can.
Oh man, and all right, there's a lot to cover here, but I want to say this is your current
Yeah, Night Slaves is the project that I do most of my recording with these days. It's basically a 2-man project, myself and John Toohill. I generally provide the music, and John provides the vocals and lyrics, and we put those things together. And
where can we hear? Like, where can we tell the viewers to go and purchase this?
Oh,
or
yeah. The best place, all the record stores in Buffalo, I believe, are stocked up with these items, or you can go to Night Slaves Bandcamp, and all these products are available there.
Love it, love it. And it's all very groovy. Cats, you just have to look up David Kane and find this wealth of great music. Now, tell us how okay, we're gonna have to take a little break here, but one of these days you're gonna come back again and we're gonna get the whole story on your whole entire life and how you evolved from this cassette from vinyl to cassette to back to vinyl.
Yeah.
Thanks, Cats.
Go away, please. What are you doing here? No. What do you want of me? Leave this instant. Go away. Go away. Oh. Let me go. Oh. You're so cold, you make me shudder. Who are you? Why have you come here? Don't ever go away.
Louise, open the door.
something wrong, sir?
My wife won't answer.
Louise, open the door.
Madam, are you all right? Open the door for us.
I'm sorry, I'd fallen asleep.
I confess that for one moment there I was worried.
You are so pale. Are you sure you're not feeling badly?
No, I was only trying to rest a little. I'm just a bit tired, I think. Tomorrow I'll be all right.
It's best that you stay in bed tonight. I feel very guilty for having disturbed you.
But our friends are waiting.
Don't worry, I'll explain to them.
If you need me at all, please call me.
All right.
Now sleep well. You need to get a good night's rest. It was dusk when the two travelers finally arrived at the lake shore, and black storm clouds were gathering in the sky. The boat they had expected was moored to a post, and the ferryman was standing beside it, waiting for them. He was wearing a long, dark cloak with a hood which covered his head, and muffled his voice, making his words indistinct. Bertram paid, and he told the boatman to leave. Before they were halfway across, the storm broke in its full fury. Lightning flashed in the sky, and thunder rolled. The boat heaved and lurched, and the passengers were flung from side to side. Bertram left the frightened girl, moved to the ferryman's side, and asked if they shouldn't turn the small vessel back. Suddenly, the lightning revealed his features, and he found himself staring into the face of his bitterest foe.
That's enough reading for this morning. It's time for lunch.
Come on, Louise. Let's go and eat now.
You are very thoughtful, but I'm not hungry.
Madam, please. You must eat.
I don't want to.
Now, Louise, you had better eat a little something, my dear. You'll eat for me. That's a good girl. I'm very proud of you. Why, my dear, that's more like it. The more you eat, the prettier you'll both grow.
Corinne! Corinne! The doctor has arrived.
You may tell the doctor that the Count will wait for him here, in the garden.
Very well.
Raisy, I want you to be a good girl. You see, she promised she would.
Count,
Yes.
the doctor has arrived.
Ah, yes, he's an old school friend of mine, Dr. Hunt.
It will be a good opportunity to speak of Madame's illness.
Yes, that's a good idea. We'll ask his advice. And you, Raisy, you aren't afraid of the doctor, are you? You're a big girl now. He's a good friend. Ah, here he is now.
I hope I'm not disturbing you.
No, far from it, Doctor. Please sit down. May we offer you something to eat or drink?
Please, Doctor.
Nothing, thank you.
As you wish.
Have you been ill recently?
No.
You're looking a bit pale, I think. May I feel your pulse, please? Thank you. Your pulse is weak, you know. Let me ask you, have you suffered from anemia at all?
No, Doctor, not that I'm aware of.
But you've no sign of fever.
There's nothing the matter with me.
Well, what do you think, Doctor?
I don't know. Judging from the symptoms, I would say she was anemic, as I said.
But she's always been so healthy.
In any case, I can't give a diagnosis now. Well, I shall come and pay her another visit tomorrow, and maybe then I shall be able to be more precise. Now, don't alarm her. Let her have plenty of rest, and above all, let her eat good meals.
Yes, of course. We'd better go back now. She might get suspicious.
Yes, perhaps we'd better.
Doctor?
Oh, welcome back. You are inside the Hungry Ear Coffee House, and we have a guest tonight. Now, I was unclear who you are from reading your bio, but it is said that you were from the dark side and that you could drain the life force from entire villages, that once you had your claws in someone, they could be under your control for the rest of their life. Okay, are you one of those people? Are you one of those people that hang out in LA clubs and actually drink blood?
Oh my gosh, no, Zelda. Yikes, drink blood? Just the sight of blood makes me squeamish.
Yeah, but your bio did not say, okay, what is your name? No, don't tell me. It's Vlad or Dragon or something like that.
No. Some mistake as to who I am and what I am. My name is Sidney Greenbaum. I work for the Internal Revenue Service as a forensic accountant. I find taxable income that some Americans, let's just say, attempt to shelter without taxation.
Okay. I now see what you are doing on this show tonight. In fact, you work for the IRS, so you are the perfect person to be on the show when we are showing a movie about vampires, because you do share many of the similar traits. Are you enjoying tonight's movie, Mr. Greenbaum?
Yes, Zelda, I am. I usually prefer movies about accounting, but this does grab you. This movie's good. Before I forget, is there a fellow at this address named Bird? Doesn't appear to have a last name, but he hasn't paid any taxes in 26 years.
This is the perfect time to get back to our movie, Slaughter of the Vampires.
I knew that you would come to me.
I knew you were calling me. Where are you? I can't see you. Who can you be to have this mysterious power over me? Who can you be that you poisoned all the love I bore my husband and made me become your slave? Show yourself to me. Where are you hiding? This black night makes me fear you.
The night is my element. It cannot frighten me. You too belong to the dark, for in you the light of the stars is transformed into a being of flesh and blood. And what the night sky has lost, I now see standing before me, more beautiful than 1,000 stars. All this I see in you.
But I don't see such great beauty in me.
Your mirror cannot show it. It only diminishes you. It cannot possibly do you justice. The reflection you see there bears no resemblance to the reality. Ah, could you but see yourself as you are in my heart, you might then see your real self. In my heart, you are not the woman that you think you are. You are a part of a greater mystery.
Tell me who you are and what you want.
I come from the past. I exist in the present and in the future. I'm here to offer you a life of passion, for centuries everlasting. A realm which is waiting for you. A beautiful world of strange colors, colors which as yet you cannot even imagine, but which I shall teach you to see. They are hidden in the darkness of our realm. Louise, what are you doing here?
I just wanted a breath of air. Now please take me in again. Oh.
Louise! Excuse me, Louise. I'll go with the doctor to the door. Doctor?
Goodbye. Medical science can't be of any further use. She has no obvious malady, but she might be dying. Listen to me, Wolfgang. There's only one chance of saving her. Take your carriage and leave immediately. Go to Vienna. Ask for Professor Nitsch. He could help her. I confess I'm beaten. It's a bitter blow after all these long years as a doctor to have to admit I'm defeated. Go now. Don't waste any more time. Goodbye, Wolfgang.
He said that you will soon be better. Louise, dearest, I have to go to Vienna. Tell the coachman to prepare the carriage. I must go and buy your new medicine, and tomorrow you'll feel better.
I can't wait until then. I know it, Wolfgang. See the sun there at the window. My flesh is yearning to feel the heat of its rays. Wolfgang, do help me. Please, I must have sun. I beg you, Wolfgang.
Yes, of course, my dearest. I must go now. I shall certainly return before nightfall. Dr. Nitsch?
He's not here. What do you want?
I must see the doctor urgently.
Oh, no, he's busy on a call. I've got my work.
Please, wait a minute. Can you tell me if he'll be back?
I wouldn't know, sir. It really all depends. He's only gone to a nearby town. They say there are strange creatures near here, but I don't think so. They say such silly things these days.
Yes, certainly you're right, but may I come in and wait?
You might have said so before that you wanted to wait. Of course you may. Do come in. As Dr. Nitsch is always telling me, if anyone wants us, they must wait for us. Won't you come this way? I'll show you to his study.
No, thank you. I prefer to wait here.
As you wish. Dr. Nitsch also prefers it here when he has a moment to himself. Will you excuse me, sir?
I'm so sorry I kept you waiting. Make yourself comfortable. Cigar?
No, thank you.
What can I do for you?
Dr. Hunt sent me to you.
Dr. Hunt? Oh, yes, I remember him.
He says that you're the last hope I have. My poor wife, she's dying. He's at a loss, because although she's in a state of extreme depression, he cannot explain the origin of her malady. My only chance of saving her lies with you.
I cannot do miracles. I can only do my best. Well, now then, are there any obvious symptoms you observe?
Please forgive me. I'd rather talk in the carriage. She may now be weaker and even be...
Now, don't despair. I'll get my bag. I'll be right back. Are you sure of all this?
What do you mean?
Everything you've just told me about your wife's behavior. You haven't omitted anything?
No, why should I hide anything?
Never mind. The symptoms are pretty clear, I'm afraid. I don't want to frighten you, but your wife is threatened by grave dangers. There's not a single second to be lost.
I'm afraid you're right. She seems to be growing weaker every day. That is why I have come to you, Dr. Nitsch. I put myself in your hands. Dr. Hart recommended me to you because you're the only person who can cure my poor wife.
I will do everything in my power. It is an evil I have been fighting for years, many years. And I shall have no peace until I have utterly destroyed it. Otherwise, I shall have to leave to others the task of completing my work. You will have to have great courage. And above all, you will have to follow all my instructions, although they may seem to you unusual. It is not only a physical evil. To science must be added the power of faith. The most important thing is to isolate the patient completely. Nobody must come near her. We mustn't trust a soul.
Is there any cure that can work, Doctor?
Yes, there is. And there's one important thing I must explain. It is vital when treating these diseases to attack the cause of the illness. But in your wife's case, that cause must be destroyed completely. They are very cunning, and they have perfected through the ages the art of deceit. One should be prepared for anything from them to have any chance of victory.
Who are they?
The vampires.
The vampires?
Poor Wolfgang has returned. Who'll have the courage to tell him the truth?
We'd better go down and tell him the news.
How's my wife feeling now? What has happened? Tell me. Louise.
We both discovered her in front of the window, with her eyes looking out at the moonlight. She seemed so peaceful.
No, Corinne. It's better to leave him alone for a while.
It will be necessary to call a priest. Will you see to it? And your wife might take Raisy home. It's better, I think.
What a tragedy. Poor dear lady.
Wolfgang, you will need all your courage. I know it's been a terrible shock.
She's gone. What's happened?
Quickly, follow me.
Where to?
To the park. They've taken her away. We must hurry.
She's disappeared, Corinne.
Disappeared? But that's impossible.
Go to your room at once. Close the windows and don't move. There's no doubt about it. It's exactly as I feared. think it's best to separate. But if you see anything, call me.
Welcome back, cats, to Slaughter of the Vampires. I hope that you are digging this one in the dark and are enjoying it. Oh, I see that you are enjoying this one. Oh yes, there's Phoebe in Phoenix. And let's see, is that Steven in Pasadena, Texas? And I can tell that's you, Denaria, in New York City. So good to see you all out there. And all of you seem to be really enjoying this movie tonight. I just wanted to read a really cool piece of mail that we got, and then we'll just get right back to the movie. Did you have the mail?
As I was picking up my summons, I accidentally found this mail and I opened it.
Okay. Sounds a little foreboding, the news. Oh, this is great news. This is from Stanley in Cheektowaga. Hey, cool cats, and even cooler kitten. This is your friend Stanley speaking to you from the deep, dark depths of Cheektowaga and San Francisco. Haxan, wow, weird, foreign and weird. Watching Haxan was like experiencing a flashback to the time that I took the brown acid at Woodstock. Keep watching the sky. Love, Stanley. Don't lick the back of the stamp that came on this envelope. Stanley, thank you for this. And we'll check out that stamp that you sent. Anyway, cats, you know what to do. If you want to talk to us, you know we're on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, and you can also, like Stanley did, back in the old days when they used to write letters, they still do. So keep them coming, and of course, we have a website. You can look up anything you want to know about us, about the schedule, the movies that are playing, and of course, we have some mad swag that we'd like you to check out. And yeah, keep them coming, cats. We dig hearing from you. And now back to our film.
I felt that I was in your presence, even though I never heard you arrive.
I know. I, too, am always close to you, even when you are far away. I can feel your breathing when you are sleeping and when you're waking. I can feel the blood throbbing in your veins.
What has made me want you? I don't fear your power.
You've no need to fear.
I know that now. You only fear the dark when you're not used to it. But why have you returned to me? It's the day that begins now to make me afraid. My thoughts tried in vain to stay interested in the things which made me love life. The joy of living a new day. All this seems to have vanished. It has no meaning.
Before long, all that will be only a memory. Louise! Louise, darling.
Hold me tight.
Dearest.
I need your warmth so much.
You're alive. I thought I would never see you again. Thank God for that. I've suffered so much these last few hours. I felt as if life had separated us forever. It was more than I could bear. I believe death was preferable to life without you, Louise, darling. Don't ever leave me. Let's go back to the castle. They're looking for us.
Oh, please wait a moment, dear.
Louise, what have you done to me? What are you doing?
Louise! Come here. Quick. You will need a blood transfusion right away. There you are. That'll be all right now. Keep your arm bent for a while. As for you, you better eat a big steak and drink a good glass of beer. Listen to me, Wolfgang. It is necessary, first of all, to discover where Louise's body is hidden, and this must be done before daybreak.
I'll find her, Doctor.
Not until then will you be able to consider yourself out of their power. And Louise finally will enjoy that peace which only comes with true death.
It's terrible. I no longer know if what I believe in is good or bad. I've no doubts about your honesty, Doctor. But what you are asking me to do concerns my poor wife.
No, Wolfgang. Louise is no more your wife. She's no more the Louise you knew. And it's to this that you will have to resign yourself. It's for the best, I assure you. This sacrifice is difficult. You will need great courage and decision.
What must I do, Doctor?
Nothing. You stay here. It might seem too horrible to you what I shall have to do. It's almost dawn and still nothing has appeared. And yet I'm sure they're hiding somewhere in these tunnels. But where?
We must have searched every corner. Who'd have thought a coffin would be hard to find?
Let's look again. Soon, under cover of darkness, the two vampires will leave their lonely tombs in search of the only food that can keep them alive: human blood. It's absolutely essential for them. We must be sure to warn Peter to watch over his house and be ready to act the moment they appear. He should know that only fire and the cross can destroy them. Except for these remedies, no power can prevail. We must go there before it is too late. Wolfgang, the governess, and the child are in mortal danger. act with cunning, and we must be just as clever. You will think that I ask you far too much, but it's necessary. Tonight, I will need you to set my trap. You will stay here and wait.
No, Doctor. You must understand that to me, this doesn't make sense. This is ridiculous as well as painful for me. Oh, I know. This makes no difference to you. Because all that counts with you is to realize your ambition, to impress your friends and prove your brilliance. But you ought to realize that I, for one, have had enough of this comedy.
Be quiet. Listen to me. I'll explain to you. It is not a question of defending any one individual, but of the whole of mankind being in gravest danger. We cannot remain indifferent to this. With your help, I'm about to kill this thing at its roots, so that the peril cannot inexorably spread even further. The moment has come at last, when vampires will disappear from the earth. Imagine all the children, all the women who must be saved from contamination by these monsters. They must be banished, exterminated without pity.
Once again, I have to ask your forgiveness.
I have no doubt they'll arrive soon. And I shall be waiting even if I have to spend all of the night awake.
I feel I ought to say how grateful I am for what you're doing, Dr. Nitch. I don't know if all these precautions of yours will be sufficient to keep these creatures at bay, but I have a feeling that all of this is useless. However, if anything should happen to me, I want you to promise to free me forever from this appalling fate. I can't bear the thought that I might have to wander throughout eternity, contaminating other human beings.
Yes, certainly, but it won't be necessary.
Would you mind if I stayed here for the rest of the night? I'm afraid of remaining alone.
Poor little Corinne. These have been difficult days for you, too. Of course you can stay here.
I shall be of no bother to anybody. I'll just sit here on this chair.
Very well, then. You might be of help to him. They have not come yet. You'll be needing all your courage soon. Any moment now. They ought to be here.
Corinne. What's the matter? Corinne! No. No.
I'm sorry for you, but I have no choice. God will have pity on your soul. Only a miracle can save him. We'll have to give him more blood transfusions.
If that's what's needed to save him, I'll be glad to help you, Doctor.
We will require at least a couple of men donating their blood in order to save him.
I'll find them for you, Doctor.
We do not have much time to lose. His pulse is extremely weak.
Hurry up, don't waste a minute. In the meantime, Doctor, I can give you some of my blood.
I'll hurry, sir.
Is he better, Doctor? You must try to get a little rest, at least for a while. You haven't eaten or had any sleep for days.
I thank you. Not for now. Afterwards, when I'm quite certain that we have saved him. It all depends on how he passes the night.
Won't you have something to drink, at least?
Yes, I will.
Where's Raisy? Why isn't she with you?
I left her outside. She was playing in the garden. Is the Count better?
I hope to know in the morning.
Please take this.
While I'm getting the coffee ready, why don't you have some fruit?
No, thank you. Coffee will be enough. I don't need anything else for now.
Very well.
Wolfgang.
Where'd you learn to play that haunting music?
I learned it listening to Louise play it the night that you gave the party.
I heard it just now as I was lying there in bed. I wondered if Louise could have returned. Do you know where the doctor is?
He went in the garden with Daddy to look for the bad man. But what are those men like? I can't imagine. Can you?
I feel like walking for a while in the park. Will you come with me?
Right now? My father said we mustn't go out at night.
You don't need to be afraid. I won't leave you alone. Besides, I want to show you some wonderful new hiding places.
Do you know, I like walking in the park at nighttime. Do you? Please, Wolfgang, answer me.
Raisy, keep still. Let's get Raisy.
Not now, please. She won't be hurt. We mustn't let them out of our sight.
We'd better not stay here.
Why, Wolfgang?
Don't be afraid. It's quite safe here, Raisy.
Open the door in the name of God! It's useless. We'll have to break it down.
Come on, we're almost through. Harder.
Raisy,
Daddy! Daddy!
it's all over now.
Daddy! He saved me from the bad
Don't
man.
kill him! Stop, Doctor!
Saved Raisy from the vampire.
I almost killed you. Dear Raisy, you've been badly frightened, but now all that has passed.
He won't come back here?
No, you don't have to worry. Your dolls are waiting to play with you. Go and have fun. Next time, I can tell you many, many stories if you really want me to. Do you?
Yes.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I advise you to take good care of her. We must be very careful that what happened to her last night should not affect the development of her tender young mind. But small children quickly forget. With time, all this will be erased. Because as always in nature, there's both good and bad. After every storm, the sun shines. In its light, we see a proof of God's love. Life has many strange secrets, but I think I'm talking too much. Here's the carriage. My bag, Peter.
It's taken care of, sir. I just put it in the carriage.
Fine, then. We'll see you out.
Well, this is the moment to say goodbye.
Thank you, Dr. Nitch.
I just love these Italian horror films. They have a unique quality to them that is unlike American horror films or even British Hammer films for that most part. And tonight's choice was a very good one. And it is a seldom seen movie that I would guess many of you out there tonight are seeing for the first time. I want to thank our guests tonight, David Kane, who as always and has some great music adventures underway and is, of course, the music of offbeat cinema. And I guess I want to thank our guest, Sydney Greenbaum. IRS accountant. Anytime you show a movie about blood-sucking beings who drain the life out of someone, it just seems right to have an IRS agent here as a metaphor, if nothing else. And to all you hipsters out there, be sure to join us again next week right here at the Hungry Ear Coffee House, where the coffee is always hot and the movies are oh so cool. And until then, remember,
Pay your taxes and keep watching the sky.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.